welcome to day 29 of my 30-day chart challenge. This is Lance, co-founder of BH Capital Enterprises, where I basically teach people how to navigate the markets using price action. More specifically, I teach people how to read charts. So if you have questions about charts, would like to be pointed to some resources, feel free to check in my description box below this video. Shoot me any questions that you may have in the comment section. I'm happy to address them. For this episode, I'm going to take a look at Wish. I'm not real familiar with this company. I just kind of saw a lot of people talking about it on Twitter, so I decided to check it out. Um, this is the yearly chart. Looks like it went public sometime last year. I'm not sure when. But as you can see, it's been mostly bearish since its inception. Hit a high of 32.85 this year and pretty much failed there. But what I'm seeing based on this yearly chart is that this one pretty much struggles above last year's close. In 2020's close was 1824, so I'm gonna mark that level 1824. Call this one 2020 close. All right, so we got 2020 close there, and you can see where the majority of the price action for this year has been pretty much below that level. Um, this year it opened up just above 2020's close. Looks like it may have pushed up to that all-time high first and then pivoted hard and is now down toward its all-time low of 752. Um, hmm. Also, I would watch this area here, which pretty much coincides with last year, or with last year's closing price. So yeah, I'm gonna move on to the monthly chart and try to gather some more data here. Um, Monthly chart, it looks like it's been consolidating over the past few months. A nice mark down here, so phase 4 of the market cycle, and now it appears to be in phase 1 of the market cycle. As you can see, we got something like a potential reversal here where the price pivoted during the month of June and pushed up, but it failed to close above May's opening price, which was $13.92. And then so far for the month of July, the price has pretty much failed to get above $13. It's just a few points off of that level right now, but I mean, I can't say there's no chance that the price won't get to 13 um, this month, but it pretty much has tomorrow to do so. Um, so I'm gonna mark that level, that $13 area. And for me, that 13, 14 is going to be a key level in my opinion. So we're just going to call this a key level on monthly. June close monthly. Make it a different color. There we go. All right, so you can see where the price, needs to get to as far as the monthly chart is concerned. And in my opinion, as long as the price stays below about $14, it's going to remain in phase 1 of the market cycle. So between about $7 and $14 is representative of some consolidation, which would be phase 1 of the market cycle. So a breakout of about $14, in my opinion, would represent a possible transition to phase two of the market cycle, which is bullish, but I'm not seeing signs of that at this very moment on the monthly chart. Um, what I do see is a what appears to be a bearish trend line break, which usually kind of indicates a shift in sentiment. So that sentiment has been bearish for a few months. It's been bearish for a few months, and then finally in the month of June it broke above that, and so far for July it's holding above that trend line as well. So it could continue to consolidate, or maybe this month represents a retest, and then at which point next month, which is August, we look for potential test of that $13 level. But either way, look for either of those scenarios. So yeah, that's pretty much it. When it comes to the monthly chart from what I'm seeing at the moment. All right, so the weekly chart, we can take this off. Weekly chart, you can clearly see some consolidation here where pretty much the price is just range bound. It got up as high as close to about $14 and pivoted, and then it, pretty much the couple of times that it hit 14, it went right back down to 7. So that's what the recent trend is as far as this price action is concerned. So you can see here, when was this? Late April. It tested 14, pivoted down to 7, bounced off 7, hit 14 again, um, and then came back down, toward 10. Bounced from there, hit 14, and then came back down below 9. So we're seeing some higher lows here off of this sort of double bottom retest. So pay attention to this weekly chart for sure, where we are appearing. It's appearing to be setting up for a bullish reversal here. So next week maybe look for confirmation, um, and that price is gonna need to get above $11 in my opinion. And once it gets to 11, I'd be looking at that $13 level and then 14, and so on and so forth. But we have what could be a possible double bottom here, but we won't know until until we see the price get up toward 14 and whether or not it beats that level. So definitely pay close attention to this weekly chart. But so far, the sentiment, in my opinion, is the same as it is on the monthly chart, where the price is just kind of consolidating. Also, I already mentioned the higher lows, so you can clearly see that in this instance. So definitely pay attention to what appears to be some slow shifting sentiment in the price action for this company. Hmm. Hold on a second. May even have a so we got a an ascending triangle. Sorry, ascending channel going on right now. So keep an eye on those couple of levels as well. Um, and what I said before, still applies. So definitely watch this area here, and I'm just gonna uh, make these a different color. All right. So yeah, on the weekly chart, definitely pay attention to this area, and Definitely be watching next week for a potential confirmation of the bullish reversal. At which point, I may consider picking up a position um, off of maybe a move toward 13 or in maybe even 14. So, we'll see. We'll see. Let me get another screenshot of this one. And let's take a look at the daily chart. All right, so daily chart, you can definitely see that ascending channel a lot better. You can see where the price, fades at and where it bounces from. Not really seeing a pattern yet, like a full-fledged pattern, but it does appear to be forming like a nice rounded bottom here on this time frame. So definitely keep an eye on that, especially since we're starting to see um, higher lows on this daily chart, and it appears as though it's trying to or wanting to make a move back toward that all-time high eventually, but definitely not right now at this moment. So yeah, so I mean that's pretty much it when it comes to this one. That's all I can see right now. But for as long as the price, stays between about, like I said, 7 and about 14, it's just consolidating. It's just range bound. But once it really, really, really starts to get over 14, that's when in my opinion, sentiment is starting to change. And then 18 is that big, big, big level that the price needs to break in order to really start to, make things shake and really, really change that sentiment for this year. So if you guys have any questions or comments or anything, feel free to leave them in the comment section. Like, subscribe, share, comment, dislike, whatever you feel compelled to do. I am grateful for. I am grateful for your audience. I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll catch you in the next episode of Market Markup.